I am ranking villains from the MCU from the worst to the best. This isn't every MCU villain. I probably left some out purposely because they aren't like I just didn't think they would just make the list, and also probably because I'm probably forgetting some. But I'll be ranking like the villains that I do put on this list, worst to the best. If you and let's get started. Don't like her character. She's last. Hate this character. She's like the weakest part of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think when she came into WandaVision, she kind of made it a little bit less interesting. They should have just made Wanda the main villain, but of course they didn't. So yeah, she's definitely not good. Nobody even likes this show. So like, why would you like the villain in this? Seriously. I like Thor: The Dark World, but I don't like Malekith. He's just bland. He's boring, and yeah, I don't really need to explain. She's just bad. Taskmaster is so much better in the comics. I mean, like, I do not care that they made Taskmaster into a she instead of a he. Like, that's not what I care about. But my main problem is that they kind of just got rid of her personality. It's just a controlled, tortured soul by her father, and so yeah, no, it's just not gonna. Yeah, they just got rid of the personality, so she's low. I mean, she's higher because she has the best action scenes, but other than that, yeah. Crow. Okay, I don't hate the Eternals, but this is like the worst villain of the Eternals, honestly. The other two villains of this movie are better. Kind of absorbs powers, and that's it. He probably could have had so much potential. He's better than the other Marvel villain. They got the Marvel. But yeah, he's still just less interesting. This person is better, but yeah, they just had to make him sacrifice himself at the end. He just died. So yeah, definitely the least interesting villain out of the other two in the Winter Soldier. And the Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU film. I mean, I don't hate Alexander Pierce, but yeah, he's just really weak. I mean, he's smart, I like that, but yeah. Yeah, Quantum Mania was a weird one, and you just made Bulldog look weird. I mean, I like his armor, but I don't like his head. Brave New World, Red Hulk. Yeah, it's just Brave New World is not the best movie, and Red Hulk, he's just a weird villain. I like Yellow Jacket better than MODOK. I mean, I know they're the same person. I know that they're Darren, but I just prefer Yellow Jacket over MODOK. You've had probably one of the best actors of like the generation, and then you kind of just made him like just forgotten. So yeah, that's why he's low. Dormammu's better, and he's like probably in like one scene. The weakest Guardians of the Galaxy villain, Ronan. I mean, I did like how he kind of was like, he's kind of like stepping up against Thanos, even though yes, he's working for him. His whole invasion scene on, I think it's Xandar. Is that the name? Xandar? I think so. I think it's a really great scene. But yeah, honestly, he's just not the best part of the whole movie. John Walker from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's better than the girl from earlier. I did like how they kind of it's just like a evil version of Captain America. He's a killer and all that. But other than that, yeah, it's just There's one Falcon and Winter Soldier villain that's like way better. We will get to that soon. Worst Iron Man villain. I mean, I don't hate him too much, but he's the worst Iron Man villain. He's just the worst one. He's a false Mandarin, all that. Whiplash. Why does that say what? I don't know what this is. Whiplash has a personal connection to Tony Stark. Didn't make Iron Man 2 memorable. I mean, it's not like a memorable film, Iron Man 2, but you know, he's better. He's better. Abomination from Hulk. He had a good fight scene. I mean, I like his design, but other than that, yeah, it's mid-villain, mid-movie. Deadpool and Wolverine, it was an interesting movie, but Cassandra Nova was like the weakest part of the whole show or movie. Sorry, not show, movie. Yeah, just didn't really like it. She's too powerful, and like how are they supposed to stop her? I don't hate Gore. Like, he's not too bad of a villain. I mean, he could have been better. I'd say like the ending scene, like what he did, I think it was dumb. He just died while reviving his daughter. So yeah. Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. He gets some points because he gets a connection to Peter Quill because he's like his dad. But yeah, he sees humans like less relevant. But other than that, yeah, he's not interesting. He's better than Ronan. High Evolutionary from the third Guardians of the Galaxy. He's better. He's the best Guardians of the Galaxy villain. However, I hate when like some villains have like a battle of like egos with like the main character. Like, I just don't think it's necessary. So yeah. I thought he was interesting though. He wanted to get rid of like all the beings that he didn't deem worthy. But yeah, I mean, he had a battle of ego with Rocket and all that, but he's also not. I prefer other villains. Ironmonger, the best Iron Man villain. He's decent. He's a really good villain. But yeah, I just prefer other villains. Kang from Quantumania. He is my favorite Ant-Man villain. Although one of my biggest problems with him is that he's an Ant-Man villain for some unknown reason. I don't know why. He was supposed to be set up for like the great MCU threat, but then, you know, we're getting like Doctor Doom and all that. I feel like Doctor Doom's gonna be worse. Yeah, so yeah, he's just better. But yeah, I just don't think it would work. He has some like questionable lines. I guess some kind of goofy lines. But other than that, yeah, I just prefer other people. Hella's not bad. I think she has like the worst scenes of Thor Ragnarok. But like she has good fights. She had that good fight with the Valkyrie in that flashback. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Moon Knight, I like Arthur Harrow and Moon Knight. I mean, they kind of made him into a goofball at the end when he got possessed by Amit. I think that's the name. But yeah, he's that he can make you feel scared. It's a good villain. Galactus. This one's a weird one for me. Because like it's weird. Like the Fantastic Four's going against this guy. I mean, of course they kind of nerfed him a little bit. Like he couldn't be like huge. But yeah, he's missing. Void from Thunderbolt. He's better. I like Void better. He's terrifying. He's probably like one of the scariest villains I've seen. Other than that, yeah, just kind of prefer the villains. Wenwu from Shang-Chi. He's like the leader of Ten Rings, who was in like Iron Man 1. I mean, he wasn't in Iron Man, the Ten Rings was. He's pretty cool. I did hate how he just got killed like the real villain at the end. He works for a Shang-Chi movie that is like his dad. It works. Yeah. Alright, Scarlet Witch is kind of problematic because like people, her fan base is kind of a little bit dumb. Like they're like, oh, she's a victim. She can redeem herself. She's lost the most in the MCU. Nah, I think Peter Parker lost more. Literally, No Way Home, he lost his whole identity and existence. But yeah, I mean, Scarlet Witch is not bad. I do like her in Multiverse of Madness. I really like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Um, Her self-sacrifice I thought was dumb because like they should have just managed like the full villain, like just become a villain. But yeah, he's the best Eternals villain. I wish we got to see more of him. Like we saw him 3 scenes at the end. I think we saw him at the beginning. We saw him at the middle of the film, and then I think we saw him at the end. I think. I think that's how it was. But yeah, he's terrifying. He's scary. Like he's like building celestials and like planets. But yeah, I just wish we got to see more of him. Mysterio, I liked Mysterio. I really like Far From Home. I do like how he's kind of like a counter opposite of Tony Stark. Like he's smart like him, but like he's kind of evil. He's no redeeming qualities. He revealed Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man, and it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I didn't know this character counted from No Way Home, but he was kind of a little bit more evil before he was turned good, and he had a really good fight scene. But yeah, I like Doc Ock. He's a really good character. He's a good villain. He's one of the best Spider-Man villains. He's one of the best Spider-Man villains in movies. I really like his movie version really like a lot. But yeah. Green Goblin is higher because she's like more evil. He's kind of like the main villain. I really like Green Goblin. I don't really have that much to say except yeah, he's a good villain. He's a pretty good villain. Alright, Namor from Wakanda Forever. I really like Namor. I didn't really like Wakanda Forever, but like he was probably the best part of the film. She is like a mirror to Wakanda and like the I think sure like he's like he like lives underwater. Like they're both of the like cities are like hiding. One's underwater, one's on land. He's really strong. They both use like a vibranium type thing. They're like mirrors. His plan is dumb, and also I think he's kind of sensitive a little bit. It's like if one little thing goes wrong on the surface world, he would just start attacking. Like one little thing, even if it's probably like not that much big of a problem. But yeah, Killmonger, he's better than Namor. I think his plan is dumb as well, kind of like how Namor's plan was. He had a good fight against Black Panther. He has a good connection. Motivation makes sense. I liked how he appeared in that when Shuri was like, I feel like she drank the things that make her thinking for like the strength, and like like he wanted revenge on his dad, and Shuri wanted revenge on her mom, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, it's just his plan is dumb. Other than that, good villain. I really like him. This is Cottonmouth from the Luke Cage TV series, season 1. He was the best part of the whole show. But then when he died, the show did not just do well. Yeah, he was a good villain. I really liked him. Loki, good old Loki. He's a really good villain. Really good one. He's not my top 10. He's not my top 10, but he's a good one. Yeah, he's funny. I think he's kind of funny. I did like how like even after like he's not really a villain. He's still kind of trying to trick people and all that. But yeah, Red Skull. I think he's a great Captain America villain. I really liked him a lot. I mean, One of the reasons because Captain America: The First Avenger was the first MCU film I've seen, and this was the first villain, so that's kind of part of it. I really love this introduction, like when he's like in that church in Norway, all of that. When he took off his face, and, like showed his skull, like I thought it was really good. I thought it was really cool. I really wished that like an Infinity War kind of made him a little bit less interesting. Specifically that movie. Still in Captain America, still like a good villain, but yeah. Thanos. Okay, yeah, I know some people are gonna be a little bit mad. He's not in the top 10. He's not that good. He's not the best. I really like Thanos. He's the best part of Infinity War. I really like seeing him in those other movies. Like we saw, one of his best scenes, I think, was the end cut scene of Age of Ultron, and like he grabs the gauntlets. And he's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." I think Endgame kind of made him a little bit less interesting. Like he destroyed all the Infinity Stones. So like, what is he gonna do when things start to repopulate again? That's the problem. So yeah, I didn't really think that through. So his plan didn't really work. But other than that, yeah, I really liked him. We're officially entering the top 10, starting with Kilgrave from the Jessica Jones series. Him in season 1, they were really good. Psycho is a really good villain. Muse from Daredevil. I think the new one, Born Again. Muse is terrifying. Alright. Like, this guy will literally make a painting out of, like, people's blood. I really liked him. I think he's like one of the scariest Daredevil villains. Yeah. Crossbones. Alright, I know people are definitely not gonna agree with this one, but I really liked him in Winter Soldier, Rumlow. And then, like, the building crashed on him, then we saw he survived. And now he's Crossbones in Civil War. He's a really good villain. I really liked, like the whole, like, scene with him at the beginning of the movie. It was, like, one of my all-time favorite scenes in Civil War. He's a good villain. I wished he didn't die. That's why he's low. That's why he isn't, like, high. I probably would put him higher, but yeah. Bucky from the Winter Soldier. Yeah, Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU film, and yeah, he was a highlight. He was a highlight for this one. I really like Bucky. The mask makes him pretty cool. I mean, and when he doesn't have the mask on, he's not as terrifying. But yeah, I think that the Winter Soldier has the best fight scenes in the MCU, and yeah, he's really good. Like, he's a really good villain. Yeah. Kingpin from Daredevil. Before they kind of made him dress up kind of goofy in in Hawkeye, and then I don't even know what Echo did to them. Like, I don't know why they had to do it to him. He was a really good villain. He still is a good villain. He is terrifying. He literally crushed her skull, which I think he did that. I think. But like, him and Daredevil are like opposites to each other. He's like a mirror. He represents everything Daredevil hates, basically. And they both love their city. So Kingpin wants to like tear down the old city so that a new one can be created. And Daredevil wants to stop that because, like, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a really good villain. If it wasn't for those two reasons I just said, he would be higher. You're officially entering the top 5, starting with Ultron. Okay, one of the reasons because this is the first time I ever saw Ultron. Like, I didn't even know he was a Marvel villain, like, at all. But yeah, I really liked him. I have 2 problems. One is that I wish he was strong, like in the comics. Like, I do have the comics, the Age of Ultron series, and yeah, like, I really liked him in that one. And number 2, he's kind of rushed. It's just like a media. He's like, oh, I'm gonna destroy everything. Humanity, like, has to die. So yeah. Other than that, he probably has one of the best scenes. When he first appeared as like one of Iron Man's like suits, like he's controlling one of them. And then like when he's destroyed he like says that I had strings, but now I'm free. That was a really creepy line. Kind of fits Ultron because he's supposed to be scary. Um, he works for like being in Ultron, like a version of Ultron that was created by Tony Stark. It works because um, like he has like that snarkiness, kind of has that obnoxious arrogance kind of attitude. It works. Yeah, so it was no fun. Bullseye from Daredevil. He's one of my all-time favorite Marvel villains in comics, and he's a good one in Daredevil. Um, I wish that they would have made him like kind of like, I mean, he's psychotic, but I wish it really showed. Like in the comics, like Bullseye's greatest hits, it's like his origin. I mean, it could be his origin because he doesn't exactly remember. Yeah, this guy literally killed somebody throwing like a baseball, like in a baseball game. He literally just killed somebody, like killed the batter by just throwing it at him. It's not a terrifying thing that he can just throw things, not because he has a power, but just because he could, which I think is kind of insane. He killed Elektra in the comics. He literally held a whole family hostage, so you can understand Frank Castle, sorry, not Punisher, Frank Castle, because he was hired to kill him. Yeah, he was still psychotic. He did the thing where like he would like spit out his own tooth and he killed somebody. He did that, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's not my favorite Netflix Marvel villain. That one's actually next. So we're officially entering the top 3, starting with Jigsaw from the Punisher series. He is my favorite Netflix MCU villain. The only problem is that I wished he was like more scarred underneath. Like he is scarred, but not enough. But like not a lot scarred. But I do think that his mask gives him points because it kind of represents that. Like I really like his mask. He's terrifying. I really like the bank scene. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole. One of my favorite scenes of them. Yeah, he's really good, but yeah, he's number 3. Number 2 is Vulture from Spider-Man: Homecoming. He's high. I really like the Vulture. He's a really good villain. Spider-Man: Homecoming is my favorite Spider-Man film. I really like his design. Like I really prefer the movie Vulture than the comics Vulture. That's how much I really like this one. He's number 2, of course. He has a good connection with like Peter Parker, with like like he likes his daughter. Oh, he had the biggest plot twist. I did not see that coming. Like he was like the father of Liz, the girl that Peter likes. So, yeah, and his scene with Peter like threatening him, that was probably like one of the most intense scenes in the whole film. Probably one of the most intense scenes I've seen in a Marvel movie. So yeah, this guy means business. I really like him. He's not number 1 because I prefer this villain. Who I just prefer this other villain over him. So, number 1. He's a really good villain. He's probably the smartest villain. He's the best Falcon and the Winter Soldier villain, and I think he's the best Captain America villain of the MCU. It's Baron Zemo. Alright, yes, I know people are probably going to disagree, but listen, Baron Zemo, I really liked him a lot. He was a really fantastic villain. He was probably the smartest MCU villain. In my opinion, he's the smartest MCU villain. Like he made the Avengers split up. His whole scene with like Bucky, it's like the Doctor. Thought that was a really good scene. His whole scene with when like before he shows the video to Tony Stark showing that Bucky was controlled, and then like he killed his parents. Like I'm here because I made a promise. He was Baron Zemo before like his family died. But he was part of the Sokovian Kill Squad. I think it's Scorpion. I think that's what it was called. And then she is a really good villain in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm really glad they kind of got his design. Like, he has one of the coolest outfits, in my opinion.